Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Legend. Now I'm thinking here, pink is definitely threatening us, right? This is an aggressive army positioning. I'm wondering if we might be able to get some kind of peace out of him though. Draken like to play the diplomatic game, and we don't necessarily need to be at war with our immediate neighbor. I think it would be to our benefit to mulch Purple up and devour him. But honestly, it might be better for us if we don't fight Pink. So let's see if we can make that happen. Let's see if we can have some kind of tense friendship instead. Also, man, this ruin that we have to search for our faction quest is way inside his border now that he has lore. It's just getting called lore. Okay, hey, buddy. How about friends? Okay, that's not that far. We can maybe make that up. Oh, there's something you liked a lot. What if we give you all of our titanium, a bunch of these garbage emeralds? Hey, how about that? How about a lot less of our titanium and all these stupid garbage emeralds that I didn't want? Check that out. Okay, now it's going to be tricky for him to declare war on us. Or at least he's going to have to go through a long process of doing things to declare war on us. We're still sending one of our predators on a mission. His borders are officially closed to us, but we're stealthy, so it doesn't matter. Alright. We need time to develop, basically, is what I was thinking, and now we have that time. So let's have a look at his 40 attack, 31 damage. Man, these guys are actually 101 defense, though. So yeah, we'd be doing half or no damage on all of our attacks. They're tough enough to get to us. And then we have very low defensive values. Even lower than their attack. Now, granted, we don't have any armor or weapons on or anything. But now we'll have all the time we need to develop armor and weapons and everything. So let's maybe cool it on the military units. I guess we'll finish these ones. It doesn't hurt to have a military in place. I think we want to do this. And then we should focus on expansion for now. That should be our goal. Also, what other quests do we have? What else do we have that we could be doing? Build luxury extractors, sure. This is the Airsis in Verkal, which is up north. If we take this region, we can probably lay claim to all of these as well. We might have to deal with Purple, but like I said, I would like to kill Purple. Alright, let's head up in that direction. Really? You didn't want to plot a route through my own territory, maybe? Alright. So we need ships, and we need settlers. We need shipyard technology so that we can maybe settle this. Oh no, he's gonna see us. Why is every unit on the continent converging on us suddenly? That's kind of annoying. All right, he has a lot of units. I'm glad we managed to get peace out of him. I was a little concerned about what his army could do to us. There is a cap, right, on how tough an army can get, how much statistical improvement you can acquire. Oh, he built a watchtower. What horrible timing. We're not going to be able to get through. We're going to have to actually negotiate for open borders. Ugh. I don't care for that at all. Oh, we still don't have meritocratic promotion. Whatever, get in the garrison over here. So we're basically just going to let every city finish what they were doing up to this point, and then we're going to focus on expansion and hopefully just try to get to a place where we can compete. Like I was saying, there's a limit to how good an army can get, right? There's a pretty strict upper bound. Hi, guy who definitely knows where we are before going there. How are you doing? Why did it have to be so deep in their territory? Isn't this going to reveal us and force us out? It would be adjacent to his thing here. Maybe it won't because of the cliff or something? Out of curiosity, what would it take to get open borders? Apparently our firstborn. It would be easier to come in from the north. From the northeast, rather. Alright, something to think about. So let's go exploring. We still don't know all of this region. If there's a good place to settle in here, we need to find it. You just become part of the city garrison. This city is having some growth issues. Also, now that we know we won't be assaulted, maybe it's time to try to go for the megapole? We have time now, right? We could make... I'm trying to figure out what shape we want to make the city. If we make the city sort of a stick shape that goes in this direction, we pick up this anomaly, we could reach out and grab that one and that one, and it would allow us to eventually... Well, I guess we won't need an intensifier here, because we have the Augmented Extractors quest. Alright, so what if we went... Megapole? Let's see if somebody gets it before we do. I always love to have it. I think it's very, very powerful, but I'm, you know, a little nervous about the implications of building it when somebody is right next to you and potentially going to declare war on you. Right now, we don't have that pressure, so let's take advantage. How long would it take to make a settler in this city? 9 turns? How about now? Yeah. Let's figure out whether we want to settle in this region or this region, and start reaching out toward purple. It would be nice if we had not met purple. It's always nice to not have your neighbors be able to shout at you or declare war on you. Oh, well, I guess that answers that question. Frustrating. Alright, so we need to go further north. I don't actually want to be adjacent to the village, because again, I'm concerned that it causes us to be visible. But I think we're visible here on account of that unit. I mean, there's a cliff. Yeah, this is going to be really hard to get to with their borders close to us. If we come at it from the east? Oh no, okay, they don't see us. I couldn't plot my next move. I thought it was because they had seen us and were going to force us out. But we get Sienna Adya. Okay, double or nothing, level 2. So obviously, we throw her here. She can get some XP from leading these guys. A passive 6.3 per turn. We may as well check and see if there's any ruins or anything. There's not. In a sense, maybe I've hurt myself by making peace, because this is pretty juicy now. But they have a lot of units, and like I said, I'm concerned about our ability to survive an actual war with them. Let's just spread out. Let's take everything we can. Because apparently that's what they're invested in. Your job, I guess, is just to go back to the capital in whatever way you can, and if you get caught and forced out now, it doesn't matter. How much is another hero? So we could potentially buy another governor, but I think we're okay for now. Let's focus on other stuff. Alright, so obviously we'll be moving up the faction tree, picking up industry, industry, and industry. Gulayawa will steal technology, and we'll be buying some tech as well. That's a good one. Unnoticed. Great. Great, great, great. Oh, but our influence has returned to normal. And also, with everybody on industry, we're actually hemorrhaging dust a little bit. So, what do we see here in Osdarcha? Let's turn on the... What we see is a lot of terrible land. A big core of really horrible land. But this area down here has a couple of anomalies close together, at least. It has very little industry. I mean, the region as a whole has very little industry. I think we have to settle on the river and take advantage of the anomalies and just buy stuff in this city, because there's no industry to speak of. Speaking of buying things, prisoners, slaves, and volunteers is pretty strong for us. We also probably want to pick up open pit mine. Yeah, let's spend our money on that right now. We want to get started on the wine. Start harvesting this, and we had another luxury somewhere, didn't we? Maybe not. I have to build 2 extractors to get my my augmented extractors rewards, so we better find one. The next tech we get maybe should be shipyard, so that we can start grabbing these islands that are shortly off the coast. Alright, well, we get to see a big purple army here. So, if you've never seen the cultists before, if you've never participated in a game with the cultists, the Preacher is a horrible unit. Look at those stats. The Preacher is here solely to cast spells on other units. You're supposed to put like 1 Preacher in with 5 actual fighting units. This is a non-threatening army. Alright, let's head up here and reveal the 1 unrevealed space. Okay, no settler in there. Mondaria's settler is complete, so hopefully we can grab this before Pink expands out into it. Are we going to right here, maybe? Settling here to take advantage of the life tree gives us actual 0 industry. This gives us 1. It's grim either way, but I think this is the place. Alright. So, how long until we have a birth in Addenda? Another 6 turns? It's not totally ideal, obviously. Yep, other people are accomplishing quests because it's easy for the AI to accomplish these quests. Or these deeds, rather. Okay, it's just a forest. Nothing interesting on it, sadly. So wait, do we not have a quest from this region? It kind of looks like we don't. I am particularly looking for quests and villages to talk to and stuff because Ziema Adya needs XP. That's a good way of getting it. Alright, when that settler finishes, we'll start right of way in that city as well. Maybe that the AI here, this AI army, is just coming in here to exterminate the minor factions. That sometimes happens. Oh, well, that's never going to happen. Alright, so Ozek is a cultist hero, and cultist heroes have big output boosts. Tons of extra science, tons of influence, tons of dust. And of course, all of your citizens are more effective at whatever they're working. Hopefully, that city is going to grow huge, and we'll be able to take really good advantage of that. Alright, so what do we want to do with this settler? Obviously, it would be fastest to take this region, but that does give us a long border with Pink, which makes it much more difficult to defend if they decide to get touchy with us later. The other thing we can do is take Verkal, which is basically completely insulated from Pink's BS by our existing territory. Alright, well this will help a little bit. This location has a lot of dust. Okay, yeah. Our economy is almost back in shape. Jesus. Alright, we're gonna have to move somebody from somewhere onto dust for a while. Alright, we're gonna hold at low dust. We don't really have a choice. Yeah, let's go north. It's going to take him a long time to get there. But I want to shore up my holdings in the north, definitely. Right, unfortunately, we don't have the money necessary to retrofit people. I wish weapons didn't cost dust to upgrade. Alright, so the cost of one of these is 40 industry compared to the 12. Yeah, we have to pay gold equal to the difference in the industry cost on their equipment. Or, we have to pay dust. So, unfortunately, we can't afford to retrofit anybody, which means that I don't really feel comfortable attacking and destroying these villages. Yeah, let's get this neutral army. Anything we can do to generate some XP for Ziema is of value. Oh, that's true. We do have militia available now. We can make the militia do most of the fighting. Alright, so these guys have to move. We can put Ziema in front. She's really slow, though. So this guy will move to here and attack that one. Yeah, you know what? This is fine. Now, Erisys are definitely, of the minor factions, they're one of the toughest. So part of the reason I was a little reticent to just engage is that I'm afraid they could actually really hurt our units. I'm going to have this assassin flee. Because if he attacks it, he actually might die. That is totally feasible. Alright. Thankfully, the Predator's mark was building up and letting us do pretty good damage. 6 XP. Boy, that's not what we were looking for. And we can turn the resource overlay off for a second. So I really want to destroy that minor faction village, I think. Because remember, we get a little bit of loot from doing so, and actually, like, a small amount of dust would make a really big difference to us at this point in the game. Oh, Ziema did level up, though, to start. We have to get her 2 more levels, unfortunately. So we're going to take some plus dust, obviously. If you're wondering why we are losing dust, or at least why we were before I leveled up that guy and gave him the more dust skill, it's because the upkeep cost of a hero is based on their level. The fact that we had 2 heroes gain levels meant that our output suddenly went up without our input really going up. So what is this? What did our common frontier was a high wall? Wow, that's a screwed up thing to say. I'm not saying they're wrong, just saying it's kind of a screwed up thing to say. Okay, so I think we want to keep our assassin out of it. Alright, can we do this in such a way that only the... Yeah, this way we can't do anything to stop this guy from being able to reach us. But we can do this in such a way that he's the only one who can reach us. Alright, you get to stay put. And everybody else focus on this guy. Until such time as he be dead. Hopefully the Predators will kill him. Oh, not quite. It was possible for him to move here, and then attack an archer, and that's the thing I'm trying to avoid, because the predators are actually pretty squishy. Oof. Okay, well this should be trivial from here. Another 6 whole XP for our hero. Alright, so if left alone, a Draken player will win an economic victory, I think. I think that's the... Obviously, they're built for diplomacy, but the AI doesn't really understand how the diplomatic victory works, and it will not try to win one, as far as I can tell. But it will definitely go for economic and science victories. So we have a really long time, is the point I'm trying to make, before Pink is in any danger of winning the game in an internal defensive fashion. We will interfere, but we want to wait. Ooh, he pushed us back to Cold War really quickly. Not too happy about that. Let's see if we can get him to go back to peace before we execute our spy for the turn. We don't have nearly as many garbage resources to throw at him. Alright, well, I was wrong. It looks like we're not going to get to enjoy a long period of narrow peace. And his borders are still closed to us. And what that means from a mechanic standpoint is that he could declare war at any moment. So after we finish these right-of-ways, we have to devote these cities back to dust. And we have to try to get ready for war. We have alchemical alloys, but we don't have meritocratic promotion, and we can't afford to do any retrofitting to give our units the new weapons we learned how to make. Alright, let's burn this village. We can take advantage of the militia. I'm really disappointed that it's turn 51 and I still can't get our guys into tier 2 armor. Okay, so these guys are slow moving, but they hit quite hard. You can see 55 damage. So I think we're going to sequester our melee troops way off over here. You guys get to hide forever. Alright, 2 moves. So we want all of our archers on this side. Oh, I should have moved him. You can shoot this guy from here, I guess. You can shoot him from here. And your role is to just move to here, I guess? And then the militia go straight for him. Oh, I didn't actually issue the hold position commands. Alright, so even though we're attacking into a forest and we're not going to get that much damage on him, we are getting our predator's marks on him. So we're just powering up the attacks we're going to make over the next couple of turns. You guys need to hold position, unless ordered otherwise, and then get ordered otherwise. Run away, then hold position. If the militia die, it's not a big deal. Militia respawn very quickly. If we were to lose an assassin, it would suck. Alright, and our militia are doing their level best to keep these guys in place. They're actually succeeding pretty significantly. If we had let the computer auto-resolve this one for us, I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that this unit would have died, this unit would have gone to last stand, and we might well have lost Predators as well. Seriously, I cannot emphasize enough the importance of manually controlling your battles. It really, really, really makes a big difference. Because if you're not manually controlled, the AI is just going to have your guys charge at the enemy. And especially if you have a ranged army, that's not necessarily the right play. Actually, if either of the forces involved have a largely ranged army, it's not the right play. Alright, so we failed that quest. Let's go see if these guys will give us a different quest. Sometimes the other village in a region will give you a quest after you destroy the village that gave you the first one. You know, news reporting on Origa just is not what it is on Earth today. They'll never know exactly what happened in this village. They certainly don't know it was your fault. Yep, we're moving forward quickly. Somebody is into Era 4. Oh, they will not talk to us. Okay. Oh, we're too far away for the militia to interfere. That's not great. I should have checked that. Well, Ziema Adya can stay up front because she doesn't actually die. But this is going to be a tough one for everybody else. Shoot, do we need to use the assassin to control these things, maybe? Alright, move to here. No, never mind. Shoot from where you are. This guy moves to here. Try to shoot from a position where we definitely can't be hit after firing. I think we do have to use the assassin to control a little bit. Alright, well, our assassin's gonna die. But he's gonna die keeping damage off of our archers, which is a noble goal. Come on, big hit, big hit. There you go. Oh, goodbye, little assassin. Oh no, he's a tough guy. Use our melee troops to hold them in place and shoot the crap. Yeah, our assassin is actually doing a really impressive job. I was expecting him to get splattered the first time they hit him. But we might be in a position where he can just flee from the Ursus on this turn. Oh no, with our hero's death, that's pretty bad. Yeah, okay. You have to hit this guy. And then the archers have to kill this one. Okay, good. Everything's fine. This Rumbler will not get to hit us. So we traded one assassin for the pacification of 2 villages. It's not awesome. I would really prefer to have lost nobody. We did get 100 dust out of it as well. I don't know. Like I said, it's not awesome. I don't feel great about it. We do have some more units waiting in the garrisons. This settle has pretty much guaranteed that these 2 regions belong to us. We can see that red has taken the sea over here, so red is somebody seafaring. That doesn't actually give us a lot of information, unfortunately. You know what? You should come up here and get ready to merge into this army. We did desperately need the dust, though. Okay, blue has taken this sea region. We're going to be a little late getting to the water, unfortunately. And like I said, we really have to be focused on war readiness, because Pink could declare on us at any time, and he's moving around in a way that suggests that he's thinking about it. So, more units. Lots more dust. As soon as we get right-of-way up in a couple more cities, our trade routes, our internal trade routes, will generate a lot of dust. We'll be in a much better place. We saw that pink army in our territory. Oh! Purple's going to declare on us before pink can. Fair enough. And Addenda has been spied on. The capital, so was pink. Because purple probably hasn't even seen that city yet. Great. Well, we have some money coming in, so let's fix our units. First of all, number one, most important thing. Let's get some actual weapons in these units' hands. Even just a weapon retrofit is too expensive. We're going to have to find the way to afford armor as well, but that apparently is going to be a secondary concern. Alright, let's zoom in here a little bit and try to figure out where we wanted to settle in this region. This area is not too bad. This anomaly, obviously, is pretty bolstering, but it's a lot of production, and a lot of industry, rather. And you can make a city that's poor on other resources be pretty good just through raw industry. So actually, yeah, let's plan for here. Alright, we can turn this off for now. So is this that village? No, this army is much better. This army is correctly apportioned between troops and preachers. This is bad. We're in bad shape here. I did everything I could, man. Oh, are we not actually building things in Warloff? Okay, we need, first of all, more dust, please. And secondly, I don't know, make guys. Yeah, there's no infrastructure buildings to buy, really. Let's just make guys. When Pink declares war on us here, while we're off fighting Purple, I want us to have some functional defenses. Actually, maybe we should move the units that are in these cities upward to try to defend against Purple's push. It's a tough call. I think we're gonna leave them where they are for now. Alright, so let's get this retrofit done as quickly as possible. In case Purple's army attacks Ostarcha, I want to be ready to try to defend it. Okay, got that in. Let's do the same to our hero. So I'd rather her be using glass steel. Get that movement speed, or get that initiative, so that she can help to disrupt enemy units. And can we armor her appropriately? Yeah, just barely. Oh, they went for this city. Well, that's not great. Militia, Predator, and one guy. Alright. So let's have a look at... Oh, this sucks. We have to start pressed way back against the sea. Oh no, we can't start over here. These spaces are orange. I was like, we'll be invincible. Alright. So this sucks. How tough are these guys? 49 defense, which is not more than our attack, so we'll be dealing okay damage, but they have a lot of health. Yeah, we're in bad shape here. This is really bad for us. Alright, everybody focus on one unit. Unfortunately, we don't actually get the choice. They have the initiative advantage. Yep, and they're getting to attack our archers to prevent us from targeting because of the initiative and the fact that we start pressed up against the water. That's what makes these coastal cities a little dangerous. They're actually way worse at defending from land attacks. So you can see the Preacher is casting a buff on his units that increases all of their stats by 10%, I believe, which is pretty significant. It's a good spell. These things have 83 damage. Yeesh. Alright, it may be the case that we need to find some kind of way to not have our neighbors see us for even longer. The problem is, the Draken met us, and most of the time this is how it happens. The Draken met us by seeing our city, not by seeing our units. And it will usually be the case that you are out stealthing around, and then they'll find your very not invisible buildings. I don't suppose you could find your way to, like, be a hero and take 0 damage a couple of times in a row, huh? You're in trees and everything, man. Yeah, he's dead. Oh, he lasted until right at the end here. And then lost control of the city. Okay, well... pretty bad. Oh, and it's the cultists. They don't take your city. You can't take it back. Your city's burned to the ground instantly when the cultists take it. So that's actually hugely bad for us. I feel like we do not have a handle on how to play on Endless anymore. All of a sudden. I did do a game with Broken Lords on the channel right before this one, where we did manage to win, although I believe it took a couple of tries to get into it. There's something that I am just not doing right. Because it has always been the case that the AI, obviously, can roll you over trivially. There's no way to defend against an AI army at the beginning of the game on Endless. They start with way too much stuff. Alright, let's see. They're in Era 3, so let's see if there's a cool Era 3 tech that would help us. Smelting Station and Uncommon Allies will not be helpful because we can't see the resources to start mining them. Yeah, so none of the stuff they have from Era 3 is actually any good for us. Well, let's get meritocratic promotion from them. Ah, crap. So our spy got caught, and now they'll do a roundup. Alright, well, this is it. Basically, if we can't win this battle, we lose the game. We probably are not in great shape anyway. Losing a city like that is real bad. It's one thing if you can take it back. It's quite another if it happens the way it happened. So these things only have 2 moves. Unfortunately, there's just not enough. There's not enough space for us to hide from them. Okay. One of our predators has higher initiative than all of the others for some reason. Is he higher level? He must be. He's barely level 3. The others must be level 2. So I'm trying to figure out what is the appropriate thing to do here. I mean, Tiamat needs to deal damage, right? We don't actually benefit from her not doing damage. I guess this is actually right. We just have everybody try to burn these things down as quickly as possible. 104, jeez. So they get to slither forward, but they don't get to attack us this turn. We get to start applying our marks. Wow, 114. Ouch. Yeah, you stay focused on the weak one that you already marked. And we just have to do our best. This is going to be very, very difficult. Oh, that was a lot of damage, though. To a guy who has no marks on him, especially. Yeah, they have circular attack, which is really, really dangerous when combined with extremely high damage values. Wow, nice kill. Okay. Alright. We gotta finish this guy off. This looks pretty bad. Yes! That guy ran right into his doom, which I appreciate. He may as well attack the preacher for a turn. There's nothing else he could do. Alright, so this thing slithers over to this space, maybe? Yeah. Which puts it in range of just you. That sucks, because now it's gonna kill this guy before he gets to attack again. And it's gonna do damage to both of these two when he hits too. Ouch. Alright, but I think we're not gonna lose this guy. This is also not going to die. Oh, actually it might now. Ah, damn it. Okay, so we lost everything almost. They kept a preacher and a vine snake, but also remember they have probably 600 more units. It really, really sucks to go blow for blow with an endless AI. You have to win battles in a pretty overwhelming fashion. Well, we do have to kill him. I think this is our best time. Our hero's gonna get killed in first contact. How far do you... You have 2 move and then 3 range. So 1, 2, 3. Alright, I want to stand far enough back that the preacher can't kill my hero before the hero gets a turn. Alright, between the hero's attack and the predator's attack, we might kill this thing before... yeah. Alright, and I'd put a preacher up against a single predator any day. That seems pretty okay. $55? That is literally the most damage I have ever seen a preacher do. Like, even late game preachers don't do 55 damage. That's insane. Well, I have a bad feeling. God, that was a semi-built up city too. They had a right of way and everything. Shoot, man. All right, well, I think we're gonna try to soldier on here bravely. We haven't lost the game just yet, but depending on what purple does over the next few turns, we still may. All right, so gotta get the basics up in this city relatively quickly. Our economy took a big hit. There were a lot of people in that city with 3 points of population from the villages. A lot of people work in dust. And we actually really need them to be doing that. He's going to take my city with a preacher because there's nobody here to defend it. Oh my god. Please respawn militia. I think one... Oh no, they both did. Okay. Yeah. 2 of them should be able to take him unless he decides to freak out and do their health plus 10% on every attack. You already view me as an enemy. That's a real empty threat there, man. Ah, man. Maybe we have to abandon the megapole. Getting it would make it a lot easier for us to actually participate in a war. In fact, I would say go so far as to say that getting it, without it, we cannot participate in a war. We just don't have the production. But it locks up our city for such a long time. I can't believe I'm losing a war to a cultist. Also, he's supposed to not be able to see our army, but I think he pretty clearly behaved as though he knew our army was here when he didn't attack the city that they were close to and instead ran to attack a different one. So that's a little bit frustrating. It's a little bit of the AI abusing knowledge that they should not have. And Addenda's never going to be able to finish this building at this rate. We could do a roundup ourselves, but with a base security value of 0%, it is, I think, actually guaranteed not to work. Man, preachers are bad, but 5 preachers and a vine snake against 2 militia is still a pretty good fight for them. This is rough. We're having a rough couple of games. It's possible that I'm just not, I'm not playing that well. I've been pretty sick. I'm going to use that as an excuse. I have like an ear infection right now, and it sucks. It's making my decisions all bad. Probably. It's... Listen, I'm desperate for some way in which this is not entirely my own fault. Play along a little bit, would you? Alright, so... We can't... I mean, we can't buy out units. We don't have the dust. There's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do except somehow win these fights. So this is 3 more vine snakes. Yeah, they just have so many units. I do believe we're screwed. Alright, well, I'll stand in the forest. And maybe we'll just take 0 from the preachers over and over again. That's basically the only way we can win this. It could happen. It's going to take us such a long time to kill the vine snake, though. Well, okay. If we take 0 over and over again from the preachers, though, we can at least survive to the end of the battle. Not lose the city right away. And we are just going to have to deploy the garrisons from the southern cities. I know as soon as we do that, Pink's going to declare war. But I don't think we have a choice. Well, it does look like we're actually going to maybe be able to hold this off. Ooh, 28. You knocked him to 12. So at least he'll probably die this turn. This is what I was talking about when I said preachers are bad units. That 55 was some... That was some pretty ridiculous stuff. This is what it usually looks like when a preacher fights. Oh man, our guy's health is actually getting a little low. We still might lose. No, you're supposed to stay in the forest. Well, that's not good. I didn't give him explicit orders on how to move, so he moved out of the forest. He has three move. He could have gone here for 2 points, here for 1 point. He chose to move to a space from which he would be less defended. Alright, well, obviously this happens. Okay. Somehow that happened. Oh, you know what it is? There's a choke point. The city's more defensible because it's hard to attack it from this side. If they had attacked from this side, they would have gotten it for sure. But that is 2 cities that we just lost. We have, what, 3 units? 2 here, and, or 1 there and 2 here. 3 Predators that we could bring to bear. But, I don't know. I think I'm going to call the episode here. Come back next time. I'm going to think really hard about what's going on. We might pick this one back up from the same save and experiment with it a little bit. Because clearly there's something we're missing now, and I want to experiment and try to figure out what we can do to stay safe. Because, I'll tell you, Endless just didn't used to be this way. So come back next time. We're going to do some science. And we'll see you then.